Here we go. All right, everybody. Well, tonight is kind of an overview of the last 5 months that we've done in training. If you remember, in January, we decided not to do 4 beauty events in a row, but I talked to a lot of the directors and they all wanted to say, let's do a training. So if you are not familiar with my YouTube channel, it's my name, go onto my YouTube channel and the other ones are on there. So tonight we're gonna pull from the last 5 months of training, the top 10 most important things you need to do to review, okay? I want to encourage you all, though, if you have missed any of the last 5 months, please go back to my YouTube channel and rewatch them, okay? For the next 5 days, I want to give you an assignment. Are you ready? For the next 5 days, you have to watch one a day for the next 5 days. You guys, while you're putting on your makeup, and all that stuff, it takes a hot minute, depending on how old you are and how much stuff you need. So some of you can listen to 2 or 3 videos. No, I'm just kidding. But here is the order and the title of what we'll be looking for. So in January, we started the training with opening and closing your skincare class. Now, if this is a part for you, I want you to go back and look at that one. That was the January class. In February, it was all about team building. And I think that was really helpful because it came just before March when we had the $10 starter kit. March was goal setting. And then April was booking. And May was leads and time management. So all of these videos have some key components that will help you to move forward in your business with systems and structure, okay? All of that is super important for you guys, okay? So I'm gonna do this in random order. Nothing is really like 1 through 10, except for the first 2 that I think are really, really important. But I want you to, put in the chat section, from all the things that you have learned, the number 1 thing and the number 2 thing, and put in the chat section what your favorite thing is you got from any of the classes. If anybody wants to do that really quickly, right? Put 1 thing in the chat section that you learned from one of the, I'm behind by 54 messages. Holy smokes, maybe I better not even look at this. Never mind, you all look at that 1 thing that you learned from the last 6 months, okay? I can't even catch up for the chat section. I give up. Okay. The number 1 thing, and I do believe this is number 1, and I want to really impress upon you, all of you right now, is time management. You see, we all have the same 24 hours. We're all in different situations. Some of you have jobs. Some of you have jobs and kids. Some of you have jobs, kids, and a husband. So if you have jobs, kids, and a husband, and a dog, and an extended family, some of you are single parents. Most important thing that you figure out is when you're going to do your Mary Kay, and then stick to a schedule. So I just want to impress upon you that time management is super important, that you stick to that schedule. It will really help you with your goal setting because you're trying to achieve something. And what I mean by that is if you say, Janice, I want a Cadillac and I want to be a top sales director, but I only have 2 hours a week. Those don't kind of live in the same house. So your time management and your goal kind of have to be the same. Now, I always say sometimes you have to give up temporary pleasures for future success. So if you are like a movie buff and you go to the movies every single week, maybe for 3 months, you're not going to do that. Maybe you're going to go, instead of an hour and a half at the gym, you're going to go to a half an hour. There's sometimes you have to let go for a temporary time to step in a different situation to then regroup. Okay. So anytime you're in a season, and June is that season. Your kids love McDonald's in June. They don't love, they don't need to have any laundry done. They just turn their underwear inside out, wear it for the second day. Whatever needs to happen, happens. Okay. So it is June. And, but remember, during this time management segment, I shared with you that men also run on a schedule. You guys really, for those of you who have a man at home, I want you to know that they don't want to come home and say, it's today a Mary Kay night. If you are really strict with your schedule and picking the days and times that you're going to do your Mary Kay, that is the number 1 thing you need to understand. They run on a schedule. So if your virtual meeting is on Tuesday night or your live meeting is on Tuesday night, he's having Taco Tuesday with the kids or whatever. He doesn't come home and say, what's tonight? It's my meeting night, because he is well trained. I always wonder if there's husbands on here, but we all have the same number of hours. And there are certain times are better that also nice to hold parties. So let's talk about that. What if you said, Janice, the only night I have is Saturday night to hold parties? Well, Saturday night's kind of tough. So I want you to just understand that there are some times in your career that you need to think about what's also going to get you your biggest bang for your buck, and that what you're like, who you're seeing out there. By the way, did you know that on Thursday night, this is a true fact, statistically, that women spend more money shopping on Thursday than any other night of the week. Do you know why? Because some people get paid on Friday. They're in better moods because even though their body is physically at a job on Friday, they have mentally checked out. Okay. So women are in really good moods on Thursday night. So if I was to hold a party, I would hold one every Thursday night. So remember that these strategic things will help you. So whether it's virtual, live, the husband needs to know when the Mary Kay is. So I would also pick one other night that you're going to do a Mary Kay party. You know, Mary Kay always said, if you get a babysitter every Thursday night, you will hold a party. If you say to yourself, well, if I have a booking, then I'll get a babysitter, it will never happen. I have to tell you, during my career as a sales director and moving up as a consultant, I only missed 3 Mary Kay meetings. Now, I know we're virtual today, and I think we've gotten a little bit lazy, but you guys, plug in, okay? Because when it happens, when you become a director, you're going to want to know, where did everybody go? So those who show up, and time management is really the most important thing. So it's super important. And also organization is also a key part of your time management. So I just want to elaborate that. So that number 1, and I'm going to do goals and goal setting on 2 different ones here. So the second one is goals. You must set a goal. Most of the women who come into Mary Kay, I would say probably 95% have an idea in their mind about a certain amount of money that they want to make each month. How many of you have a certain amount of money you would like to get every single month in Mary Kay? Like, this is what I'd like to have. This is the amount of money. This, how many of you would like to have that, okay? And then what you need to do is tell your husband how much money you're going to hand him each month for bills and other things. You see, when we do that, they're waiting for it. You know, some of you said to your husband, I'm coming in to make extra money, and he's still waiting for it. So it's really important that you give him, and I think almost the fun thing about this, whether you're new or just turning your business around or whatever, is next time you host a party and it's a $300 class, go to the bank. Go to the bank and actually talk to a teller and get them all in $1 bills. And when he comes home, throw them in the air and say, here, this is for you for my Mary Kay party. You know, they have to see the money. Those are the important things to them, okay? But that's a commitment. So, you know, Mary Kay also, with your goals, put benchmarks for us of goals together for you, like the Star Consultant Program. So it's June. And June 15th is the Star cutoff. Mary Kay has had this program for years. It's and you know, you have to play the game, you guys. You have to know exactly what you have. And how many of you know right now what you exactly have in and what you have to go by June 15th? Okay. Do you all know exactly how much you have to go to get to 1,800 to be a star? So it's June. So where do you sit also in your unit for your top 10? Find out what your directors recognize. Is it top 10, top 5, top 3, whatever it is, your unit is being recognized. And then here's what I always did. I used to draw a line in my newsletter between 10 and 11, and I'd call number 11 and say, you know how close you are to number 10? And then I'd call number 10 and say, watch out, number 11's behind you. So, you know, who's your competition, you guys? Who's in front of you and who's behind you? I love the competitiveness in a nice way in Mary Kay, because I think it keeps us really, I don't know, tight, okay? All right, have you completed Princess Court? And some of you are saying, Janice, I'm 4,000 away. Okay, so you're holding 10 parties this month. Get over it. It's not that big a deal. It's 1 month. It's 27 days left. It's not that hard. Just do it. And you know what? You're going to feel great because you did do it. And you're going to go to seminar instead of saying, I missed it by 1. You can't do that. I should tell this story about my sister who was the queen one year. And the girl who was ahead of her for the court of sharing missed it by 2 recruits, or she would have been the queen. Instead, it bumped my sister to being the number 1 and being queen, because somebody let go of their goals by 2 people. Oh my gosh, that's the whole story. Completed Princess Court. So have you done that? How about your free red jacket for seminar? How about being a red jacket for seminar? You know, you guys go to the greater classes at seminar, you get more education at seminar, all those things. I just looked over the chat section. I'm behind by 92 messages. I'm not even going to look at that thing. I'm just going to cover it up right now. Oh my gosh. So are you a red jacket? You know, where are your people? You guys, it can all change if you just hold the parties, you know. My original goal was to make an extra $500 a month. Well, I surpassed that right away. So let me ask you, what is your June goal? And if you don't have a June goal, ask your director, what is your units goal? What is your unit working on right now? My national area is this close to Diamond Circle. And every director has marching orders, including myself, okay? We all know what we need to do, all right? So what is your units goal? Consultants, ask your director, what's our goal? What are we trying to finish? And then ask, what can I do to help? Can I call some of our consultants? Because sometimes it's better for you to call because they hear from the director all the time. Hi, my name is Carol. I'm such and such a unit. I just wanted to catch up with you and call you and see how you're doing because our unit's finishing a big goal and we want to know if you can be a part of it. So your units goal, part of being a team player is knowing the units goal so you can be a part of the puzzle. All right, that's number 2. Number 3. All right. Number 3, in January, we talked about opening and closing a skincare class, okay? So if you have not mastered that part, those are what I call the bookends. Are you sharpening your skills on opening and closing your skincare class? That is super important. What to say in the beginning and what to say in the end. We need the bookends. I feel like consultants, we're amazing at the body of it. Put this on, take this off, put this on, take this off, put this on, take this off. But we don't know what to say in the beginning and how to start that flow and then how to grab the money at the end. That's not exactly what I meant. How to close the skincare class, okay? So what to say in the beginning and how to close the class. Remember also on that segment, we talked about the loaded bag, and I'm not going to go through that tonight. You can go back and watch that video on the loaded bag. But how many of you started doing a loaded bag? I know, I think it was Lisa said she started doing a loaded bag. Some people are doing loaded bags for your skincare class. This is a quick tip to save you time and keep you organized, okay? Your setup for your skincare class should look like a makeup artist came to town, okay? And in the training, we shared about what your setup should look like, the trays, the mirrors, the placement, the brushes, closing the skincare class, the placemats, how to sell sets is super important. So always remember to give away something when they purchase a skincare set also. I often see consultants discount the product. You guys keep the product the same price. Add another product into their home by giving them a free charcoal mask or a free CC cream or a free oil for eye makeup remover when they buy a skincare set. That's one other item then that they're going to run out of that they're going to need. So do not discount the product by giving like a free charcoal mask. Add one more product in their home. That's always a really great thing. Okay, you want people on your basic skincare. So it's super important that you understand how to close the skincare class and have great sales for your future and great reorders by selling sets. Sets are important. Mary Kay sends them to you in a bag to sell them in a bag. Can I tell you, my entire career, I never broke a basic. Did I have people say, well, I only want the cleanser? What I learned at the very beginning is to make my words so important on why we sell sets at the beginning that that question was never asked at the end. And that's sharpening your skills that say, you know, the reason Mary Kay doesn't break the set is because they chemically work together for you, and we can't guarantee our products 100% that you will get the results. I've been using Mary Kay since I was 13 years old, and I will tell you, using this skincare is super important. Do not start breaking the sets, or it will be, your team members will do it, it will not be good for you, okay? So I'm just saying, if that's a skill that you need, I want you to go back to opening and closing your skincare class. Number 4. Oh, I love this one, connecting with people. This one came from the team building segment that we did in February. And connecting is being relatable to what their needs are and how to fit them into the Mary Kay opportunity. So if you've ever taken a personality test, and the one we talked about that I'm most familiar with is the DISC personality test. Now, if you've never taken a personality test, I would definitely do that. I guarantee you're probably married to an opposite. If you're married to the same, you've probably killed each other by now, okay? So personality test, it will really help you learn how to connect with others and what to say. You know, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. So if we listen, we can connect. You know, it's not about categorizing people or saying this is who she is or that who she is. It's to understand others. So first you must know who you are And if you studied the DISC, and that's just one of many, you can talk to your director about getting that, or you can go online and take that, you know, Briggs and Myers, all those things. But it's really important that you guys know who you are. But if you've ever studied the DISC program, I'm looking at Yemi. She's probably like pulling her hair out, like, Janice, slow down. Am I doing okay, Yemi? Are you good? Okay, yeah, she's thumbing at me. The DIC program, the D stands for dominance, okay? These are women who want to get to the top. They love their job, their income. They're also very results oriented, okay? That'd be kind of me, okay? The I, not me, it's for influence. These are the cheerleaders of Mary Kay. These are the ones who love all the prizes, the recognition, the parties, the fun. They're also very enthusiastic, okay? Those are the I's. The S on the DISC stands for steadiness. And these are mostly women who are very involved in their family. Their family comes before anything. Their families are important, family time, family vacations. Also, the great thing about these women is they are very loyal. They never quit. They just stay with you forever because they love you. The C stands for conscientious. These are women who are very detail oriented. These women are also want to make sure that they follow the rules, the regulations, and connecting is very important. They also want to make sure that there's instructions. They want to make sure that there's training. So it's really our job to find the need of the person that we're trying to connect with in the team building aspect and paint the vision for them. But I think understanding the personalities of yourself and others will really make a huge, huge difference for all of you guys. So I will tell you that too. I'm really trying to look at this chat section. If anybody is answering, I'm sure the directors are answering questions in there. I'm just not going to pay attention to because I don't think I can. Number 5. Oh, I think this was great. This is also from team building. How many of you remember intentional versus casual? Oh, I love this. Was my very favorite class I taught. Intentional versus casual. Okay, this is from the team building segment. All right, the definition of intentional is making choices. Okay, making choices to reflect what is most important. I find when consultants are casual about inviting people to things like booking parties and sharing the information versus intentional, we get different results. So June, by the way, June, hello everybody, it's June. June is only an intentional month. You cannot be casual in June. There's no casual in June. It's gone, okay? So you can only be intentional. So let me give you an example of casual, okay? Casual is, you'd be really great at Mary Kay. You should come to something sometime and see, or jump in on a virtual event. That's casual. This is intentional. Mary, you would be really great at Mary Kay. I would love to send you a little video to watch that gives you more information, invite you to the next Thursday's sharing event. I really think you should consider this. It doesn't cost anything to watch. Intentional is giving more details and asking for information. So I just wanted to say that. And by the way, I really encourage you all to go back and watch this without the chat section because it will keep you a little more focused. There's a lot going on over there. Okay, but it doesn't cost you anything to watch. Here's another casual. Here's another casual at your skincare class. This is a casual consultant. When the charcoal mask is drying. I've been in Mary Kay for a little while and I really like it. I make some great extra money, and let me know if any of you would like to look into getting some extra income. That's casual. This is intentional. While the mask is drying, I want to share with you a little bit about Mary Kay and why I love this business and all it has given me. Not only the extra income, which has been really great, but also the friendships, the fun, the recognition, and all the amazing training. It's been great for my family. Now, I just covered D, I, S, and C in that entire sentence. Let me read it to you again, okay? Okay, I said, while the mask is drying, I want to share a little bit about Mary Kay. I love this business and all it has given me. Not only the extra income, which has been really great for my family, but also the friendships, the fun, the recognition, and the amazing training. Oh my gosh, it's been great. So that would be the DISC. I think we all need some extra income these days, and I'd like to send you home with a packet today of some information. And if any of you would like, I can send a little video to you. We'll give you some more information. I'll talk to you about that when we're done tonight at the close of the skincare class. So these are some things that you guys really need to sharpen your skills at. Am I being casual? Am I being intentional? Then at the end of the skincare class, when you have that one-on-one session with her, you can talk to them individually. You can follow up with a text message of a video for marketing or invite them to something. So when you work with intention, you guys, you are very focused on your goal. You are very focused. I'm not going to ask who's in DIQ here, but when you're a director and you're finishing a car, when you're a director and you're finishing a unit club, when you are a consultant in DIQ or a consultant finishing a car, you have to work with incredible purpose and intention, because that's what you want to make sure that the information you're giving is correct. Okay, you are very focused on how to get the information out. You are very, very focused with intention. So your words are never casual. So next time you speak and you finish your sentence, in your mind, I want you to go, is that casual or intentional? I think it's so funny. Some of my new directors recently said, I made a casual statement the other day and I caught myself. It's so good to catch yourself, you know? So make sure that you are intentional. Number 6, good Lord, I got to get going here. Number 6, follow up. This was follow up is really important. That's number 6. Follow up is really important. This was also from the team building segment. So I think this is probably the biggest key for success and failure in this business is our follow up with all the things that I've shared with you above. It's your follow up. It's that tight layering process, and it's the follow up. I'd go back honestly to the team building segment that we shared, whatever month that was, and really watch that, because I think there's a lot of good stuff on there. But you know, it's really following up. It's that tight layering process. It's the follow up on answering questions. It's the follow up on sending information or inviting them to something and confirming them, maybe more than once. How many of you consultants got more than one text from your director today? Don't forget to be on the training. Don't forget to be on the training. How many of you guys got more than one text today? How many of you got several? I was like, okay, I'm a pain in the butt today. You need to be on the training tonight. Yeah, exactly. You know, so it's because we want that and we forget, you know. I want to say something about a text also too. We covered this before in this segment, but I want to say again something about text versus voice text and phone calls. I know we are in a text world today. However, voice texting is really good because number one, you know that they heard it because your phone will show it's gone. That's what I love about that. Oh, they heard it, but they hear your interjection. I mean, if I was to call Yemi and I'd say, Yemi, I'm so excited, I just got a gold medal, versus texting her, hey, Yemi, I got a gold medal with an emoji. That is such a different role on things. You guys, I'm really on my people. A lot of my directors have switched to use voice texting for your people. You know, that's what I would do. I would definitely use voice texting in a heartbeat. Hey, Karen, it's Janice. Oh my gosh, happy Thursday. I hope you're doing great. Don't forget, you are on target for your princess card. Girl, let's figure out a time. You and I need to talk in the next 24 hours. So call me, and then you leave emojis after you left the message with a bunch of hearts, okay? They heard your voice. They heard your enthusiasm, your words, your thoughts. I would voice text today anything. 95% of us just send a text with a bunch of, you know, letters in it. If you are going to send a text, do not make it long. Use a lot of emojis to split up the long paragraph. Try not to do long, you guys, seriously. But use emojis. Emojis are super important today. They break up the sentences and people are more apt to read to the bottom. But if you send a very, very long text, most people are not going to read it. Also, I want to say that this is a layering world today. How many remember when we just had one source of communication? It was the telephone and the mailbox. And in the mailbox, your mail used to be about this high. Today, it's like this. So sending a postcard is a really good way to reach people, to your team members, to your customers. You know, people sometimes will look at emails, e-cards, text, voice text, mail. It is a layering world today. Messenger, there's another one too. Oh my gosh. I honestly, I came from the telephone day where the phone rang and you said hello and somebody actually said hello. On the other side, you're like, oh, have a heart attack today. So, you know, I mean, that's the whole thing. You know, you could actually talk to people back then. I actually like that form. I wish we would just have a no cell phone day. I wish all of ATT and all the rest of them would just shut down and break for like, you know, 2 or 3 days. We actually had to call people like on a real phone. But anyway, I also went through on this segment, by the way, your income. And that's why I said go back to this video, because I went through income as a consultant and moving up the career path on this video segment. And so you need to know where your money is coming and understand how to get it. I believe the team building segment is a must go back and watch, okay? Because I went through the money. That was really a lot of information in that team building, okay? Number 7. Getting through this. Goal setting part 2. I know this was also part of number 2, but we're going to do goal setting, a must. What is your goal? You must be specific. What is not a goal? This is not a goal. Here's what when your director says, so what's your goal? And you say, I want a bunch of customers, or I want a bunch of team members. That is not a number. A goal is, I want 25 new customers and 5 new team members in the month of June. That is a goal. It has deadlines. It has timeframes. It has numbers. Goals are also usually financially, like when you're buying a house or saving. You write down what is the amount you would like to have each month for your family, but not an easy amount, a stretch amount. How many of you have to really stretch this month now because your director gave you a figure and you're like, why didn't I do more on double credit? Why didn't I do more? We told you it's that term paper situation. Y'all waited last 3 days and here we are. It's June. But a stretch amount. Mary Kay gives us goals and benchmarks like the cutoff dates. So keep us focused, like the star and everything else we talked about. The SOAR prize this month. Oh, you know the necklace that I'm wearing? Did you know the bracelet is so beautiful? It's to match the necklace. And even if you were not in and you didn't get the necklace, the bracelet's beautiful. The earrings are beautiful. I don't know where those are, but anyway, they're all really beautiful. I love the jewelry we have this month. We have so many great bracelets, and wait to see what's happening next year. Oh, can't tell you. You must chase the prize, because it's not about the prize. It's about the next mark. So I just want to say, sometimes people say, well, I don't need another bracelet. You guys, it's not about the bracelet. It's about the fact that you crossed the line. It's the fact that you did it. Every time you don't play the game, you don't move forward. So whether you like the prize or not, just do that. You can give the prize away, but it's important for you to learn to play the game. I played every game there was. Did I think some of the prizes were a little, oh, who picked that prize? No, because I knew that I wanted to play the game. You know, right now there's a game, and I'm like, there's always a game. You know, consultants have a game board, directors have a game board, nationals have a game board. I mean, you know, the company's got us in games all the time. So it may be just to qualify for a special class, being a red jacket for seminar, that's super huge. Let me say, if you don't play the game of deadlines and prizes, you may not be completing your goals you have set for yourself. When your goal is big enough, or when your goals are very important to you and your family, the distractions will be minimal because you won't let them in. So what is your June goal? A non-negotiable stretch, throw up beside yourself goal. Do not wait until next month. When you finish big, you start big, okay? Number 8, distractions. Okay, who's ready for this one? Let me look here. Let me get my notes back up here. I decided to look at the chat section. That was a bad idea. Okay, number 8, distractions. Most distractions. There's a perfect distraction. That chat section is a distraction. You guys stay off of it for a while. You know, sometimes you just have to stay focused on what we're talking about and deal with that stuff later. Distractions. Most distractions are usually tied to demands of work, family issues, and also today with all the social media distractions that you allow. And can I say that scrolling on Instagram, postings, checking all your friends out, and the list goes on, when your goal is big enough, the distractions will not get in your way because you are not paying attention. So please, I want to encourage you to stay off a lot of those things this month. You know, we never had those before. So June is a non-distraction month. Stay off all the crazy social media. You don't need to be on there. I'm going to tell you a story about 1984, and don't tell me that you weren't born, because I don't want to know that, or you couldn't join me. I came with that, but whatever. Let me tell you about a story in 1984 seminar. This was a year that I won my very first Diamond B. And, I was a brand new sales director. And I was standing on stage, and the year before was a record breaking year in Mary Kay. And I stood on stage getting my Diamond B. And I turned to some of the directors and I said, where is everybody? I looked at the top 10. I said, where is everybody this year? I asked where everybody is. And they said, oh, Janice, it was a bad year for everybody. You know what? I had no idea because I didn't pay attention. It wasn't a bad year for me. I want a Diamond B. But see, everybody pays attention to everybody else's drama. And so we get caught up in the drama. Y'all know, come on, you guys, we're women. Stay out of the drama. You tell your daughters to stay out of the drama, and your granddaughters and your kids and their rest to stay out of drama, but we're in the drama. Stay out of the drama. I did not pay attention. I was working. We work from home, so that encompasses many obstacles, and you must be diligent with your time, okay? Do you have a separate place to work? Okay. I was talking to one of my directors today. I said, sometimes there's a lot going on right now here. And so I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'll go get a WeWork for space, or something like that. So I have some construction going on. So, I really need to stay concentrated. I don't need distractions. So sometimes you need to remove yourself, but you need a separate place to work. Being consistent is the most important thing, especially for those spouses and kids. Men do not like confusion, like your meetings and certain events or nights and times you conduct your skincare classes. So set a goal with your kids for hours to work. It's summer. Oh my gosh, summer. I love the word camp when my kids were young. How many camps could I get my kids to go to? I didn't care. They said, Mom, can we go back to camp? Sure, here's a check. Bye. Have a nice time. One summer, my kids came back from camp. They were crying. They, Mom, we had so much fun. Would you pay for another session? Sure. Take them back in the car, drop them back off. See you next week. Okay, works for me. Sports camps. Okay. I also positioned my office. It was facing the pool because I knew with a bunch of kids in the pool. So, I got up a little bit earlier. So work with a goal poster or parties and parties versus facials also too. That's another thing too. Make your time count, you guys, but distractions are there. So what if you had a 9-to-5 job? Okay, those of you who work full-time with kids, etc., your schedule will adjust all the time. So let's talk about every Wednesday and every Thursday. For those of you guys who are working full-time jobs, we've created a platform. And by the way, please thank your director. We created this platform over 4 years ago when the pandemic hit. I was grateful enough to have been working in Europe on Zoom for a couple of years prior to the pandemic. So when the pandemic hit and everybody had to go on Zoom, people were like, what's Zoom? We have to work from home. I'm like, I got this. And so we started all of this over 4 years ago, and I have not left my post every Wednesday and every Thursday. Your director has allowed you or has decided that that is important enough for her unit to participate in this by paying a participation fee. And just to give you an example, last month alone was over $3,800 in Kate Spade, Kendra Scott, eStart, admin fees, free product, and all that stuff. So please thank your director for participating in this. So if I'm coming home and I'm a nurse during the day and I'm exhausted, but I know there's an amazing brow event and I've known about it for 3 or 4 or 5 days and I've texted all my friends to get on. I'm at home changing, having dinner, trying to figure out how to get on time. In the meantime, I have 7 friends who are on the brow event and all of a sudden my phone is blowing up. I'm like, what's going on? I have just sold $350 worth of brow products and I didn't do anything. So you guys, trust me, ask the directors. Nationals, we never did this stuff. Directors never. We never sold it. You know how much product, how many millions of dollars of product I've sold for you all in the last 4 Wednesdays? A lot. So I love it to people say, well, I'm not going to be in town. Oh, all your customers are going with you on vacation? Wow, I didn't know that. So Wednesday was created a platform for you so that you could be able to invite people. I had literally a consultant a month ago message me. She said, I went out to dinner with my husband. It was our anniversary, but I told everybody about the virtual beauty event that was going on with the company that night. It was one that I was doing with one of the company people. By the way, it wasn't Lance Great last week. By the way, that was put up on YouTube. We redid it again. He was a little unnerved when I was talking about my thighs, but he got over it. So anyway, that's a whole other topic. I'm totally off right now. Anyway, so my friend who was out to dinner with her husband said that she had sold over $400 worth of beauty products while she was out to dinner with her husband on their anniversary. Just because you guys are not in town, they're not going to scroll through 428 people to find your name. And you could be an iPhone or a Samsung too, by the way. So Wednesdays and Thursdays has created a platform for you. So for those of you who have a lot of distractions going on, use the platforms as something that will help you, not to take away from the live faces, the live events you should be doing, connecting with your sales director and doing those things, but that's just an added portion for you. So, and Thursdays, we've been consistent, and that's been a big payoff. You know, the secret to your success is determined by what you do daily. And how many of you have played the focus game? Okay, so I'm doing that today. So today I'm so overwhelmed with seminar and so many things going on and lots of things, those daily disciplines. So, and I have a little bit of high energy for my age, maybe, I don't know, but I'm an ADD child, okay? They used to send notes home. Could you please tell your child, Janice, to please sit still in kindergarten? Like, that was not happening. So anyways, I actually pull up my phone and here it is. I have my timer. And every 30 minutes, I concentrate on something. And when the timer goes off, I concentrate on something else. And I put it on for another 30 minutes. And then I do another. And I do it 4 times, and then I take a break. But I have to do that because I know me. How many of you sit in your office and you scroll 92 different ways? You're like, oh, that and this and that and this and that. It's so easy. How many of you guys scroll? Or am I the only squirrel? Okay, so maybe so. Daily disciplines will take you to finishing your goals. So you guys be super disciplined in what you're doing, okay? It is June. Make sure your family knows McDonald's is your friend. Here are some free vouchers for Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Burger King, Whataburger, and whatever else. Bring them all home, okay? So everybody will survive for 27 days. Number 9. Whew, how are we doing on time? Oh, better move here. Booking and engaging. All right, number 9, booking. Booking is the lifeline of your business. There is a saying that nothing happens until somebody sells something, but nothing happens until you book something to sell something. Remember, we talked about branding. Now, this is huge. How many of you are those people who would not go up to somebody at the grocery store and talk to them randomly? Now, there are people on here who literally I've seen go on and knock on a door of a window of a car and say, hi, I'm with Mary Kay. I would freak, okay? But some of you, you're really good at that. I don't know how you do that. That must be some like form of something in your body I do not have. But branding is super important. If you do not have a Mary Kay t-shirt, I want you to go on tonight and buy one or two, a Mary Kay baseball cap. Wherever you go, you're branded. It says Mary Kay across your chest. You have a baseball cap. You're a team sports mom. It's the summer. You're out there every day. You are branding yourself with cards and samples and making booking easier by people asking you, oh, are you in Mary Kay? So you need cards and samples. Many of you see my sample bags. Here they are. They're super cute. They're from Amazon. They have a clear proof in it, a little instruction sheet, my business card. So I put together 100 of these today. My admin's out of town, so I do it myself. Cards and samples without, so you just need to throw cards, and we're not out there to just throw cards at people, okay? So I want you to know that. So it's really important with booking that you're branding yourself. You have cards in your samples and being intentional, getting the name back. If you remember this segment on booking, and please go back and watch this. When you meet somebody, she goes around the corner and it might be Karen. Sorry, I see your name up there, Karen. And she says, oh my gosh, are you in Mary Kay? And one day I want to say, no, I just found this t-shirt, but I don't. So you say, yes, I am in Mary Kay. Oh my gosh, do you have a business card? Of course I do, Karen. In fact, I have, what's your name? My name is Karen. Great, Karen. I have a business card and a sample for you. So here's the question. When was the last time you had a complete facial with Mary Kay? See, what happens is we give them this, get their name and phone number, or we just give it to them and we don't get their name and phone number. We run off and we don't engage. I want you to start engaging with every name, every card you hand out. When was the last time you had a complete facial? And she'll tell you, oh, it's been years. Do you have a favorite Mary Kay product? Yes, oil-free makeup remover. Oh my gosh, that is my favorite also. Well, there's a special promotion going on right now. It's called U+2, Karen. So how would you like to get $40 in free product? Also, our company is looking for models to test and try our new skincare line that we just launched. I will give you a call tomorrow. When is the best time to reach you? And then you get her name and phone number. You see, you guys, we're always sometimes feeling like we're breaching their time or taking their time, or we shouldn't say that. But I want you to start asking questions. When was the last time you had a complete facial? What's your favorite Mary Kay product? How long have you been using Mary Kay? Where did you live when you first tried Mary Kay? Well, we just moved 6 months ago, you know? And then when you go home and you have our phone number, Karen, it was so great to meet you. Here's our e-catalog so you can look at all the great new products with her, on our e-catalog, along with a $5 credit for anything you want. But share your private beauty page. Take a minute to say a few words or ask a few questions, but you need to engage. That is a word we talked about on the booking segment. You might see my number is 925. So when you see it, when I call you and that pops up that area code, you know it's going to be me. It's not a scam person. Those are all those little things that you guys can really help. Remember on the red event, has anyone ever given you a gift today? Somebody shared that on the red event one time too. So follow up in the 24 to 48 hours of your leads and turn those leads into bookings. Remember, there's always a U+2, there's a company promotion, and stop saying, would you like to have a facial? Oh my gosh, I would love to treat you to something this month. There's an amazing promotion going on, that kind of stuff. So go back to that segment on booking and really watch that. Once it's booked, go over, hey, Mary, so great to meet you. Yesterday at the grocery store, I'm excited about the 2 programs Mary Kay has right now. This is me calling her, okay? So I'm calling Mary within 48 hours. Hi, Mary. It's Janice with Mary Kay. It's so great to meet you yesterday at the grocery store. I'm excited about the 2 programs that Mary Kay has for you right now. The U+2, where you can get $40 in free product for having 2 of your girlfriends get together with us. Or if you'd like $50 in free product by testing and trying the new skincare line that just launched, you can grab 5 of your girlfriends and we can do that. Which sounds more interesting to you? Not, would you like that? Is that okay? You guys seriously grab onto your words, okay? If you're saying any of those things, you got to be bold, all right? So I just really want you to sharpen your skills in the booking arena, okay? So go back and watch that, okay? Do you need an evening appointment or a daytime appointment or a weekend appointment? And then you just say, let me look at my calendar. If she says, I need an evening appointment, say, okay. Let me look at my calendar, and it looks like you just take your time. I have a Wednesday at 7, but I could do a Friday girls' night out. Okay, these are the only 2 openings that I have right now where I could squeeze you in. How many of you have ever had a doctor or a dentist appointment? How many of you need to call the doctor because your daughter, your son, or somebody had to go to the doctor's office, or you had a chipped tooth and you had to go to the dentist? You call the dentist and say, oh my gosh, I have a chipped tooth. When can you get in? The only day we have this week, Janice, is Thursday at 4. And guess what? You take it. You take the time off of work. By the way, that's another thing. You take the time off of work for a chipped tooth. That's just tell me you have a chipped tooth for 4 days, and that's how you go to seminar. There we go. I just thought of that. Okay, just kidding, but that could help. So girls' night out. So that is a really great thing to do. So Friday, who do you think you would like to invite? Your sister, your mom. Great. Today is Wednesday. Let me get back with you later tomorrow to make sure you have confirmed them. You guys really need to work on your bookings. Okay. So that's something that you need to do, is make sure you have that down. It kind of rolls out after 42 years. When I meet somebody and I grab their name and phone number, I automatically engage with them. Karen, tell me, what's your favorite product in Mary Kay? When was the last time you had a complete makeover? Oh my gosh, 4 years. All right. Well, we've got some new stuff. There's a couple of programs. I know you're shopping right now, but I'll call you tomorrow. So when you see my phone number, it says 925. It's not a scam person. It's just me. In the meantime, Karen, when I get home, I'll text you an e-catalog and some, information about what's going on in Mary Kay. Okay, perfect. Or I was in Mary Kay 10 years ago. Really? Tell me why you got out of Mary Kay. Well, I didn't, I don't know. So be on top of, ask questions. What is it about women? We're like, how many times have all of us, you guys, and I know I've done this myself too, but you go home and you've got all these leads and you want to call them and you look at the time, you think it's 6 o'clock. No, they're probably eating dinner. Then you look at the clock, 6:30. But if they have little kids, maybe they're in the bath now. And then, it's homework time. Maybe I'll call them at 7. 7's getting, maybe, I don't know. You don't second guess, you guys, just do the work. Okay, number 10, go back to leads. Okay, leading with time management. That was a great one we just did. Working full circle at your parties is the best way to get leads. I think leads and time management was the last one we did last month in the month of May. So that's a really great segment too. Okay. So I'm moving quickly here. It's the best way to get leads, okay? At the close of this class, you can say to each individual as you are speaking to them about a booking a party, or maybe if she couldn't afford the skincare or the set or the products that she wanted, find a way for her to get it free. So let's role play this. And these are ways to book from your classes and get lead generation, but booking also from your classes. You might say on the individual close, if money was no object, and I often ask that question a lot, if money was no object, what would you take home tonight? And I always ask that. So let's say it comes to $220 and she shares with you that she has a budget of $150. Okay, well, the difference, Karen, is about $70. So we can do a couple things. These are just, by the way, these are just ideas. You can do a couple things. I would say you can make 2 payments of $35, or would you like to get it all for free? Then be quiet and she'll say, well, how do I get it for free? And you say, well, if you book a party with 6 or more women, with 5 or more women, whatever you guys do, I'll give it to you for free. Remember, you guys, if they're going to have 5 or 6 women and it's 70, it costs you 35, I would do it for 7 women. I don't know. Maybe you want to do it for less. Talk to your director and what her thoughts are. But it costs you 35, but you have 5 extra people there. So you need to figure this out for you, but this is one way you can continually book classes. And also, especially if you think she would be good at the Mary Kay opportunity, these are her family and friends. It could then be a potential, recruit for you too. I think the most important thing is you get the product in their house. And I can honestly say and tell you that if you say, let me know when you get the money, and I'll drop it off the product to you, it will probably never happen. How many of you have gone to a Mary Kay party and they said, well, I can't afford it this week, but I get paid in 2 weeks, so I'll call you then? How many of you know it probably won't happen? Yeah. So figure out a way before they leave to get them to take it with them, okay? Bookings, this is how you get more bookings. So I'm going to share the quick ways of bookings that we did really quickly and other lead generation. This is lead generation, okay? So I'm just going to do a couple quick things with you guys, and definitely go back to this one from last month. But it's called, the buzzword today everywhere, and even in Europe where I work, is called ladies' nights out, moms' nights out, girls' nights out. This has become a buzzword today. Pop-up events, that's another buzzword, but ladies' nights out on Friday nights have become really, really popular. Movie theaters are doing it. In Europe, we do call it the cinemas or the patés. We do ladies' nights out, moms' nights out. These can be fun after hours also. A lot of people do business after hours. You know, when all the women are at the job and they're over for the night, is there a conference room where they could just stay? We bring in food and have them all stay there and do an after hours working women's party. So that might an after office party. After office parties are fun to do. They're there. Once they scatter, it's hard to get them all back, okay? Remember that branding yourself will also get you leads. And if you're a sports mom and you are out and about with your kids, you have a Mary Kay baseball cap on, a Mary Kay t-shirt, and a tote full of Mary Kay, you will sell and book appointments. Always keep a tote bag with you and refill it as you go. Have a t-shirt on, running errands, all of those things. So we're going to talk about some other lead generations here. Make sure you have business cards. Business cards are not to be at home in a box. They're to be in your purse to hand out, okay? All right. Let me give you just a little bit of a list here that we talked about during this. And again, I would go back to this segment also too. Facebook and Google are your friends. Get involved. I think I had counted this weekend, I'm in 152 Facebook groups. Now, it's a lot. I am involved in them because I want to see what's going on in different cities and different states for my people and things like that. But get involved, okay? Let's talk about Facebook. Go into the Facebook search bar and type in women's networking events in Peoria, Arizona, or women's networking events in whatever city you're in, and up, all of them will come. Moms, preteen moms groups, single parent groups, women's business pop-up groups. Oh my gosh, if you type in pop-up vendors in whatever city, Dallas, there's a whole bunch of them that pop up. Pop-up vendor events in your city. So there's a lot of different things you also can do with customer appreciation. I know Lisa Stengel's on here and she does a lot of these also too, but gym events, many of them have what they call a closeout. So gyms, they're like LA Fitness. Trying to remember, some of them that are bigger, they have closeout events or once a month customer appreciation events. These are vendor events and they are absolutely for free. Businesses are more open to pop-ups today and customer appreciation events than ever before because they want people in their store. They are looking for ways to get traffic in. So I know that Chico's does it. We recently did an event at a flower shop. There's a lot of places that are looking for business and they want customers. So you know, that would be really good to do that also too. Any boutiques, any customer appreciation events. Now, I know a lot of you know Adopt a Grandparent. That's a great way that we do during the holidays. Beauty boxes for domestic violence shelters. We've done that in the last 4 months. A lot of my consultants have done that. Beauty boxes we've created for domestic violence shelters. Chemo care packs. A lot of you guys are doing that with the hospitals. We have a little video on how to put that together. Bridal fairs. A lot of this, by the way, is on my website. Somebody can post that. Bridal fairs, quinceañera, pop-up events, local communities, fairs and festivals, but look professional. What should your booth look like? If you go into my website under events, it'll tell you what your booth should look like, where to find them, and how to follow up on their leads. So go in there, it's under the events tab. No, it's under virtual resources and under booth events or events. Yeah, it's under virtual resources, okay? So you can do that too. But my website has 3 great videos on vendor events, cultural events, all those. Be a joiner. If you are a dog lover, then be involved in all the dog and animal things. If you are handicapped, be involved in all the handicap groups. Do you have a niche that nobody else does? If you have if you are involved in cultural events, like if you are Spanish speaking, then you should do Latina events. With the Facebooks, moms groups, women's networking events, business, women's chamber. Get involved, okay? When you're involved in your community, you will find donations. Like when you donate something to a crab feed, oh, here's something. And I need to close out, you guys, I'm almost at an hour. I know you're like, oh no. Okay, so when I do a basket now and I give away a basket for like a crab feed or something like that, do not give like satin hands, things like that, that they will use and you'll never get contact. I started giving away the empty compact. The petite palette, and inside the petite palette with this beautiful other products you can put a petite palette, I put a little note in there that says pick your 4 free colors at your makeover, because what are they going to do with an empty compact? Okay, create something. All right, if we keep giving things away like a satin hands, which I love satin hands and I think it's a great product, but there's no reason for them to get back to you. Okay, so all those things. Mother's Day, we're doing a lot right now with, oh my gosh, I'm thinking of it, daycares. So you can go to the daycare center, you know, give away samples to the daycare owner, to give away samples, also coupons, all these things, pampering packets, Girl Scouts, business leads. So I'm kind of running through this stuff. You know, there's all kinds of things, Mother's Day, graduation, Father's Day, all those things. So, you know, get ready for back to school, school's out, summer's out, all those things, okay? So I used to do a promotion called Hooray, Hooray, the kids went back to school. Now they're out. So brand yourself, have business cards. Okay, whew, I know there's a lot of information, and I just want to say you can refer back to any of the videos and watch them. I think each one of us has to realize each one of you on here has a link that might, or a weak link, or an area that you feel like you need a little bit more help with, and so that you need to grow into. So some of you are really good at booking, some of you are really good at closing. Whatever the weak link is or something you need a little more help with, go back and be a good student and learn. Okay, I'm going to close before we do our drawings. It's June and nothing is impossible. Some of my consultants have to do 6,000 wholesale this month. They have to do a lot of stuff. So nothing's impossible. Look at what your wins can be and stretch yourself. Put your head down, stay off social media, go to seminar as a red jacket. Yes, and go to seminar. And when you go to seminar and you're not in my seminar, text me and say, I went to seminar, thank you. It was the biggest change of my life, okay? So I think that's all I'm having to share with you. I have no idea what has happened in that chat section tonight. Okay. But it is recorded, so you can go back. Yemi, are you okay? She's probably like, her hair got bigger. Yeah, something like that. My phone's blowing up. Anyway, so I just want to say that all of these things are important, but you know, it's a lot of information to digest. So I think I would probably go back to my YouTube channel, or you can go to my website and watch those other 5 months. And wherever you think, I think team building would be a really good one to do, in booking this month. Those would be that. But I want to give you an assignment for the next 5 days to watch each one. It is about an hour. And so maybe do half of it and then half of it, or whatever, or got it out or whatever. But, you know, put your head down. You guys, I don't want you missing your goals. Anything is possible. I've seen amazing miracles happen. I've seen people give up on their goals and people have moved forward. For everybody who says it can't be done, someone is doing it out there. So I just want to say that is for this evening.